price action today on NQ and what I was looking for. So following the last analysis video I did, all this stuff applies. Today I had a bullish bias. Well, this high on actually NQ, it never got took. So this was the draw on liquidity. I'm just going to be using NAS 100, the CFD, as my analysis. So technically the draw is bullish today. So starting at the 4-hour chart, let's look at let's just mark out the day. So what is today? Thursday. So the day opened right here. Day close right there. Mark out the 159 candles. 159. And our draw on liquidity is up there. So going into the day, I was looking at this range right here. This is the high. This is the low. So on bullish days where we have bullish bias, we want to be buying below lows. And we can see we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. And if we measure the dealing range, we have this swing low right here. So let's measure. And our 50% is perfectly in line with the midpoint of the 4-hour fair value gap. So that's our key level. What I can do is mark it out with a GAN box. So you can see this is our premium up here. Here's our discount. This is what we were looking at going into the day. Now if we go to the hour chart, we can start marking things out for the day to open. We had our range. We can mark out the 50%. Let's label the low. So what I was originally expecting, you can also see we have this liquidity pool lying right here. This swing low, resting above. So we have all the elements of a pretty good trade setup. We have a key level, which is this 4-hour fair value gap, which is in line with the equilibrium of the dealing range. We have this one-sided bearish candle on 1 to 5, so that was London session. And then we have midnight, which opened right here, which is the high. So keep that in mind. If this is the daily open, we want to see this wick and then a huge candle up towards the buy side, which was ultimately these relative equal highs right here. So we did have red folder news today at 8:30. So that was this candle right here. So we can mark these out as our news high. And news low. So what we want to see is, you see we have this fucking barcode price action right here. Alright, just straight accumulation. One-sided price movement to the downside, consolidation. What we would normally want to see here is 9 a.m. to open up, take out the news, the range low, this liquidity pool into this key level, and then just rally to the highs. Now, that isn't an unlikely scenario. As you see, the previous days we have had ranges of hundreds of points. So down here, 21,680. Like a 300-point move is not unheard of. If we look at the past days, the low, if you look at the top left up here, this candle, the low was 21,860. High is 21,970. So it was a 100-point swing. Here we have the previous one, 21,200, and the high 662. So that was a 400-point swing. We also have multiple 100, 500, 400-point swings. So for that to happen is not an uncommon situation. So that was what I was looking at going into the day. Unfortunately, this did not play out. The bias was correct, but we'll get into that. So let's see what happens. That was the stage set for the plan today. 9 a.m. opens up right here. Takes out the news right there. On the 1 minute, it also swept out. If you just look from here, 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. or to 9 a.m. That's also a 4-hour candle range. All right, you have this high to that low. This is a range in and of itself. So you have the news, 8:30 news, plus this whole range. We turtle souped it here with a false break below. Got a change in state of delivery order block. Now, I'm just narrating price. This isn't a trade you should have been taking. This is just what happened. So then you could target the news highs right after that. Okay, looks like we left that open. And you can see barcode price action up until 10:30 when we take out the news high. So this could have been a scalp you took. Wouldn't have recommended it because I would have wanted to see this just come way down here. Nonetheless, we did use this 5 a.m. candle and the news candle as a range you could have traded with pretty bad risk reward and bad conditions. I didn't take any trades today. I don't think anybody should have been taking any trades today. Really bad price action. And if you did take trades, just make sure you lower your size when you see things like this. Whole time ES was also just showing this low resistance liquidity, right? Just weird price action, weird structure going on here. And then as we go on with the day, we take out this high. Now, the trend is bullish, even though we took out this range high first. And all this sell side liquidity, I don't know if I'd want to see that get ran through. We do retest the 50%, so if you were trading this, there's your order block. Enter here, go short, take first profit at the 50%. That's a good risk reward. And then after you hit 50%, move stops to break even. You can see 1 PM candle came up, took out these highs. ES was also taken out by side levels. So it's just a overall bullish day with bad price action. That's all I really have to say about today. It's pretty uneventful. This 11 o'clock wick was this right here. Trump speaking, 11 a.m. He said a lot of stuff about oil and interest rate stuff. So, I mean, it did affect the dollar. You can see 11 a.m. right here. We had a manipulation to take out this liquidity rejection. EURUSD had a rejection. Pretty good price action on this. I wasn't really planning on reviewing it, but since we're here, I'll just do it very, very brief. We have this order block. This down close candle liquidated these lows and was breaking highs. That's an order block. Broke this high. This was the down close candle that liquidated that into this key level. Right? Breaker. Order block. Range. 1 a.m. 5 a.m. traded inside. And that was the 11 a.m. manipulation. We still have this major buy side level with relative equal highs. Bullish on euro. Till at least this, and then I'd most likely want to see this continued to the downside with the new presidency. The fundamentals of the dollar are looking strong. The dollar should look like that. The euro should hit that buy side level right here. OTE, send price lower. So yeah, quick little overview on that. And that's all I got today. I'll see you guys to make another video probably tomorrow, reviewing the price action, and we'll just see how that goes.